Yo, what's up, Sal? And yeah, good morning to anybody joining in. So the other day, just to give a short summary, the other day we were pointing out the two top scenarios that were going to happen today. We said either we get a reset candle, meaning we push the 9 EMA and possibly just kind of range trade, or we push through it. And you can see the market is getting some bullish price action pouring through this morning. So where we bounced from on the Qs was a different area. So yeah, the other day in this stream, we pointed out before these candles formed that this area, if can hold as support, can be used as a short-term bounce. So no, we're not saying this is going to go to the moon. We're just saying it's giving it a good chance. So pay attention to tech today. See if they can fill this gap or not on the Qs. Again, I mainly watch NASDAQ futures, but QQQ is tech. It's the same thing. So make sure you're watching to see where 349 ends up at. And you can see we're already basically there. So see how we react to that. Do we continue higher? Do we hold support on top of that? Do we reject it and never once go over it? So pay attention to 349.15 today. 349's area is going to be huge for information grabbing today. So if they show continuated strength, you'll probably see this gap pretty soon. If they show rejection, we'll probably have to wait for a little bit of range trading before a better breakout to the up or downside. But overall, we are bouncing from a known area. It's just our job to kind of play along. Morning, everybody who's in here, though. If you guys are in here, I appreciate you 100%. Please leave a thumbs up on the video or stream, whatever you want to call it. But today for the list, I wanted to look at SPY first. And as you can see, SPY is killing it. So we probably won't have it on the list, but we have all the levels we need for it. And there's a few other ones I had ready. Apple. And again, guys, anytime you guys want to know what a level is, just tell me, hey, what is that level? Why do you have that? Ask. As you guys can see, every single one of these levels from here are from the bigger time frame. So let's go, what's 169.15? Let's color it differently so we can find it quicker. Go out to the daily time frame. Actually, go to the 4 hour. As you can see, 169.15 is an emerging candle high from December 1st of 2021. Pretty cool. So using price history to help you find out what resistances are near. So if we end up pushing over this, there's a big chance we go towards the higher levels around 170, 171.15. If we end up rejecting it, which I'm not surprised will happen today, expect a retest of that lower breakout point, that 167.60. So far, though, really good job. So we'll probably add that to the list. I'll keep that previous day high on. That ends up staying there with PMH. So those are all of our levels. And again, we're just reviewing all the tickers that we want to try and add to our list right now. And then we'll start to add some. PLTR is another good one. Nike, Baba. Oh, this is a pretty good one. Hasn't really done a whole lot. Marker level there. Yeah, so I'll probably leave Baba right there, how it is. I kind of like those levels a lot. Coin. Coin looked pretty good from continuation. We were looking at Coin the other day because of Bitcoin. We covered this in stream as well. Talked about what Bitcoin could possibly do. I even pulled over the Discord stream. And I showed people that we did post this. Here, I'll go to it now. Here it is. 4/18/2022, so just a few days ago. Talk about crypto, Bitcoin, Mara. Both that supports looking like they want to bounce, and you can see kind of forming a hammer at that support. Potential support again. These 1-2 touches only just kind of gives you short-term confirmation. You do need that third touch to give you some better confirmation that there is a line there. And you can see we kind of have it here for Mara at a support, more of an angled support for Bitcoin futures. But yeah, if you end up looking at that, since then we've just bounced and we're kind of fighting the 9 with lowering volume. So again, not the most confident bounce. Overall going to possibly lead into kind of a reset move. But from that high or low, if that's what happens, that's going to lead to a very, very good continuation trend. So we need to keep watch on Bitcoin, see if they maintain control of that trend line. But that's why Coin can possibly make the watch list. I do like the potential for Bitcoin to continue higher. You can see they've already done so in the extended hours range. The other tickers were Amazon and Crowd. I like Amazon a lot because of the daily time frame. I like that they've just now popped over the 9 EMA with rising volume. So if they're going to follow Tesla, if they're going to move with Nike, Home Depot, in the discretionary sector, XLY, then I'm going to watch over these bigger time frame levels and some of my short time frame levels. But as you can see, bigger time frame has potential. So again, kind of helping us out on the smaller time frame. So you'll probably see Amazon on the list. We don't add that to the list a whole lot. And then Crowd. Crowd I like to look at because it just kind of doesn't play with anybody. It's kind of like watching Tesla or Beyond. It just kind of does its own thing a lot of the time. So really good to have on watch whenever the market is in a crazy spot or range trading or you just don't know what's going on. Crowd is one of those weird odd-in stocks that does move pretty well. So always try to keep Crowd on a watch list or Beyond or Tesla whenever the market's in kind of a shit scenario. But let's try to get some of these on a list. And if you guys have any tickers on watch, let me know on the comment section. Let me know what you guys are looking at. Let me know what you guys are looking to trade today, or at least chart. What do you have levels on? But yeah, let me know what tickers you guys have. But let's get through the list. Let's try and get through some of these. And days like today are going to really mess with people because something you might plan right now might not work out correctly. So let's say I was someone trying to make this as my watch list play, and I said 226.25 as my break above. Clearly, that's a great level for a breakout. But let's say we don't just continue up at open. Let's say we drop, right? Therefore, not validating an open range breakout from a drop, but we're also kind of inside of the range here. What can you do? What are the 3 main pivot points? Who knows the top 3 pivot points? These are the top 3 pivot points. Always remember them. I'm trying to find a place to put them on this chart. Know where they are. Previous day open. Right here at 217.25. What's previous day close? 222.06. Actually, I'm a little off. 222. We'll just say 222. So that's previous day open. Previous day close. Let's say price opens here. Then you're going to want to mark that because it's going to be a really good pivot point. What does a pivot point mean? What do basketball players when they use their pivot feet? One moves, one doesn't. What does a swivel door do when you go in and out of it? It swings open, it swings out, it swings in, it swings out. That's what pivot points do. They swing in, they swing out, they swing in, they swing out. So you can play plays to the downside, to the upside. It doesn't matter. These levels don't really have a bias. They basically are just a door that opens up left and right, in and out. So that's what you should think of when you think of the previous day open, close, all that good stuff. Today's open, they're just pivot points. So whenever you're inside of the range, and let's say the day starts lower, like I just said, it doesn't give you a pretty day where it continues higher, like we all would prefer. It gives you that kind of reset move first. What do you look for? How does it react to the closing price? Can it hold this as support? Can it bounce? Is it going to come down here and just fail? So always make sure to look at your pivot points. Anytime someone says pivot point on an intraday time frame, you need to know that those 3 are the best. And honestly, a lot of these levels are like that when you're grabbing them how I grab them from the bigger time frame. But overall, That's seriously one of the greatest methods to finding a watch list level inside of the range. Crowd and plug off your watch list. This is Zix. And yeah, Sal, you got it. My bad, I didn't see your message in time. But he said it. Previous day closed, previous day open, and open. Hey, what's up, Zix? Glad to have you here, man. Glad to have all of you in here. And yeah, it's kind of funny. Y'all's names are like one thing on Discord and another on YouTube. So it's always fun learning more handles. Let's do Baba first, since it seems to be one of the few that's just completely wrecked. So we'll say above 94. Stop loss at. You got previous day close right here. Previous day opens way down here, so you don't really need to mark it, but add that previous day low because you need to. And we'll say stop loss is going to be right here, 93.60. Target after it breaks 94. You can see a gap range starts at about 94 as well. So I'm glad I chose a more psychological level, not exactly previous day high. So say it breaks 94. What are high possibility areas? 94.35 is pretty big, so you could say 94.50, since it'll probably wick above and then reject against. So 94.50 would be a really good target. And then probably top of the range at like 95. So we'll say, just to be safe, 94.50 and 95 is our first target, just because you got to remember you are technically inside of the range, not from your previous day, but from just a couple past couple days. So you got to set some passive targets. 94.50 is a great one. 95 is a great target. Then now you can go crazy. Now you could say, all right, 95.60, 95.50, so on and so on. All right, below. So close is right here. They're already kind of saying screw that level. If they were to drop down and break this angled support, that would be good, but that doesn't give me a level. So let's see, where can I find one? So there's a support here. Here we go. So as price broke out, we'll zoom in. As price broke out, they had lowering volume, close above, reset candle, then rising volume. So this is kind of the first important candle. So I'm going to mark the top of that. You can see it lines up with 92.42. Don't even need to mark it. And then I lined up my next level with the next important candle because it had pretty good volume and it pushed us higher above open and it kind of kept us above, and that's where we ended up holding support. So about right here between 92.80 and 92.42 is just really, really good support. So I need to remember that in going into today. So basically it looks like I just need to set my break below here. So even if it does break trend line, I can take inside of the range scalps, but I can still have a set watch list level. So that's what I'm going to do. So we'll say below 92.40, stop loss at, I'm going to go for the meat of that low. 92.60 would be better because, again, 20 cents on Baba, that's really not that much. So let's lower it a little bit, or raise it, I should say. So we'll say 92.70, 92.75. Target, 92. What's halfway of this range? All right, so Baba is done. ST. I just saw what you said. Not mine. Of course, ST's name is the same on everything. That's funny. Yeah, like Leland's like Rimraff or something. It's not even close to the same. Sal's is pretty close. Sal's got his name in it. It's got his whole name. I didn't even look at Netflix this morning. I did see them die, but I didn't go back and just keep staring at it because it's kind of hard to watch super, super minuscule candles like that. But overall, that is pretty insane. I'd have to back out to the bigger time frame and see where even are we. So 252s is where we're at. Let's mark this recent resistance. 203 is a pretty huge level, so they probably won't break 200, but still nice to mark. 228. You got a gap here that's never been filled at 250. Ooh. What did I just say? 250. I'm not planning to trade Netflix. I just kind of wanted to look at it. Pretty interesting, though. You got a pretty big hill here. Kind of rallied. And then you got it down at 250 with a big gap range. If you go back over to the far right of the chart, we're sitting right on top of that 250. So remind yourself, when you're looking at Netflix, can they hold this 250? So not saying it'd be a really good play for shorts, because it's a $23 drop. But overall, probably a lot more riskier, considering we just dropped pretty heavily to this level. So be very careful, but overall, that's pretty significant. The fact that there's a gap range there. And where is this from? It's from January of 2018. And we're here again. So pretty interesting to see that. Alright, so Palantir, we could set up on the watch list if we wanted as well. Let's see. 1302 is pretty good. Next heavy resistance was right here. At 1340, 1326 area. You can see on the smaller time frames, that's what we're right against. So, again, like I said, if you do see a rally, know where to look out if it rejects. Don't be the person who just goes long on everything. Coin. I really want to add Amazon. Amazon was like a solid watch list ticker in my opinion. Alright, so Amazon above, I'm going to say 3170s. Stop loss at, current pre-market high is 3162, but I want to find a better level that's sitting here already. Previous day close is 3162.40, so that's what we'll say. Below. Here's pre-market low. Whoops. Pre-market low is right here. Below 3136. Stop loss at, previous day close is way up here, so we can't use that as a stop loss. I'll probably use, what's over here? Actually, I think I'll do this. Below 31.31, stop loss at 31.36. Target. Bottom of gap range is 31.20, so we'll say 31.25. 31.20 as first two targets, since that needs to be passive since they're so damn close. And then big level is 31.05, so we need to work our way to there. So do 31.10, 31.05, and 3100. We'll leave it at that. So we got Baba, Amazon. Let's see what Crowd was up to again. NVIDIA is probably going to make the list, so we'll probably add NVIDIA as well. below. So this is a tricky one. So you could do a really risky break below on NVIDIA. Let me know if this makes sense too. So you can break below previous day high and target the previous day close. Very risky, but very high probability trade if it breaks that level. You could wait for this level to break. Make this your break below. My bad, guys. Somebody was calling me. So NVIDIA, we'll say above 226.30. Below, like I said, tricky. You can do previous day high to the close for a risky scalp, or you could just wait for that close, which is what I'm going to do for the list. So we're going to say below 221.95. Stop loss at 222.75. Target. Now this is where we get to choose our levels. So 219.60 is a super high probability level. Let's do 220. Then we'll do 218.50. If NVIDIA breaks 225, you'll be in. And yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm just choosing the close level, but overall, pre-market high should be your first initial breakout. So if you see this break, that's already a good initiating breakout. So no, your ST in chat is 100% correct. I'm just choosing the passive levels for you guys. So when you guys see this, just remember I am trying to be passive for a majority of people. If you guys see a more aggressive thing you can trade, like I just went over with the previous day high to the close, if that broke, then take that trade. Don't be scared. But don't take it once and then never take it again. You got to take it over and over and over. You got to review it over and over. So make sure you're doing that when you can. But what's some other tickers you guys want to see on the watch list? I'm probably going to leave it at BABA, Amazon, and NVIDIA. And then in stream, I'll go through a ton. So if you guys are in the chat, make sure to be in the Discord stream this morning if you can. But yeah, let's get one ticker request from the YouTube chat. What's one ticker you guys would like to see on the watch list? So far, we only have BABA, Amazon, and NVIDIA. So 3. Give me one more. Did you do plug already? No. By the way, that list that's made, I didn't make that exact list. My friend makes those lists, the ones that are posted at night. The ones you need to be marking on your list every day are the ones I post in the morning. Those are the ones you need to be watching more closely, not the ones at night. The ones at night are just kind of nice to have. You can have them on your chart and stuff, but overall, I would mainly look at those watch lists for tickers to look at. The one in the morning is the one you need to trust. And if you find any of those tickers at night that you like, chart them up yourself with the TA routine, all that good stuff, and you'll probably end up with better levels than whatever levels are on that list. But overall, I do have plug charted. I think I have it charted from the other day when you guys were asking for the request. But plug above 2860s, 2850s, looking good to the 29s. You also have previous day high and your pre-market high. So you can see my levels are just above that resistance. So it looks like your levels are already kind of made up for you there, Zix. And whoever else wants to see plug. So pretty big to see if you see 2860s, 2850s break. But be very careful because, again, everybody's really only looking at this because it's up and has a lot of volume. But why? Do you remember why? Because they had Catalyst. They had that news with Walmart the other day. So, in my opinion, you should probably ignore this chart. Yes, it probably will continue higher. Do you know that for sure, though? No, because it was built off Catalyst. So this is probably priced in momentum. So you might not have another day like this yet. It might just literally range trade all day long. Really good counter argument. Twitter. What did Twitter do after gapping up pretty big and moving down pretty big? Not really a whole lot. They're just kind of range trading, and that makes sense. You know, they're just kind of chilling out. Still have a ton of volume, you can see, but they're just trying to chill. So be very careful with playing any plays that are related to Catalyst. Trade Desk, that's not a bad pick. Someone in chat was talking about Trade Desk as well, and we recharted it actually, so that works out perfect. So Trade Desk, here's another solid one. If you want to look for a really good clear breakout, clearly above the previous day high in this bigger time frame level is open skies above. What's a really good stop loss point if this goes against us? You have previous day high you can set, and you have previous day close that you can monitor. I wouldn't use this as a stop loss, it's way too far. But your previous day high is perfect. So if you want to watch Trade Desk, watch above 68. 67.50 is a very solid kind of just area to watch for support. You have levels for underneath as well, so if things go against us, you can play to the downside as well. Oh, I should have realized it was VKK. Your initials spell it out. What's up, VKK? What's up, Tesla King? This dude pulls in so much every week on Tesla and just really good trades. A lot of my traders do in chat. So if you guys aren't part of our community, you definitely need to join. A lot of the people in chat are just insane. And it's not even about the leadership in the group. It really is about the community vibes. Everybody really does like to win together. But good questions, Zix and VKK for TTD and the other ticker we were looking at, Plug. I can't even remember what it was. Yeah, let's see. Can I add TTD? I'll probably just leave it how it is. Do just a short watch list and have a really, really big in-depth stream this morning on Discord. So if you guys are in the Discord stream, you're in luck, because we'll be able to cover everything live. People who are in text channel, I'll have to help out as much as I possibly can. I'm going to post some honorable charts into that channel. TTD being one of them. Actually, I'm really glad you guys found this, because the other day somebody told me to chart it and I haven't even looked at it in a while. $68's previous day high at 67.50 and previous day close at 66.90. Alright, cool. And if you guys are new in the chat, the options channel just posted, so make sure to go drop a reaction in there. He's going to be a new alert style channel. I don't do too many of these because we like to focus on not spoon feeding you guys. But make sure to go in there and check out that channel. He is going to be working on posting signals for the chat. He mainly does day trades, but he does do scale out plays into swing trades. But again, if you're worried about swing trades, you're in the wrong area anyway. You need to be looking at swing ideas, going over to not BB trading strategy, sorry. The boot camp, talking about our different quizzes, our workshop classes. We have 8 now. I'm working on 2 more. Keys, tons of PDFs that you can go through right now. These 6 right here are definitely insane. I would definitely go through at least these 6 because the gaps PDF is pretty insane. The swing trading, the scalping, the recent swing trades. You know, all these cover so much in-depth stuff. Make sure to go through this. But yeah, I'll see you guys in chat, and here's the watch list before I leave you guys. But we have BABA, Amazon, Nvidia. I'll also be going through Apple, a few of the other tickers we were looking at from last night's post, as well as TTD from VKK's mention. And then we'll also go over Plug, because why not? You know, Zix pointed out that it was a play and a catalyst play, but that doesn't mean we don't have to review it. So we're going to continue to review it. But yeah, I'll see you guys later on. Please leave a like on this stream, and I'll see you guys in the Discord stream in 30 minutes or so. So I'll see you guys.